What's up guys, Boogie the Trainer, welcome back to the channel. Please do not forget to subscribe and like the video guys. Like my videos because now that helps my channel grow. If you've already subscribed, if you already like my videos, thank you so much guys. For those of you who already support my channel, who already watch my videos, support, leave comments, like the videos. I really appreciate you and I'll continue giving you information to the best of my abilities. So I've made a video about this before obviously, but I get so many questions about the perfect fat loss diet for endomorphs. Because guys, believe me, endomorphs, we are blessed and cursed at the same time. So just because your skinny friends get away with eating pizzas every day, just because your skinny friends get away with eating fries and burgers and muffins and cakes and ice cream month after month and don't gain no fat, don't gain no weight, I'm sorry to say, we endomorphs, we are not that blessed. Even if you work out as crazy, burn 1,000 calories every day, lift weights every day, 7 days a week for 3 hours in the gym, if you do not eat the right foods, first of all, okay, if you do not eat the right foods, and as an endomorph, if you do not eat the right amount of foods as well as endomorph, you are going to gain fat. That's it. There's no other better way I can say it. Now that we have that, we know that, the next thing is, what's the perfect diet for an endomorph to lose fat? Because remember, for us endomorphs, if I was making this video for the skinny friends who are the ectomorphs, I would make it saying what's the perfect diet for ectomorph to gain weight, because for them they can't really get fat unless they're like in their 60s, 50s and they've been eating crazy for so long. Maybe some people switch from being ectomorph to mesomorph as they grow older, as their metabolism slows, right? So because the difference between us endomorphs and ectomorphs, or mesomorphs, the ones in between who have the good physiques naturally, is the speed of metabolism, right? So endomorphs really have slow metabolism. That means we eat the food and the body, takes its nice sweet time to break down the food or to use the food. So if that happens and you also eating extra calories or caloric surplus, you're just gonna get fat. So this is the video for endomorphs to lose fat. Number one, the perfect diet, I would say, in my opinion and other people, in my experience, what works for me, what has worked for me for so many years since I started this fitness thing, has to be a low carb diet. All right, it's gotta be a low carb diet. Doesn't gotta be zero. You don't have to starve yourself. So the zero carb diet would be the keto diet or keto diet, whatever you guys want to call it, if you've heard of that, which is just high protein, high fats, no carbs. No, I don't believe in that. I've never tried it. Doesn't work for me. The only time I've really never done zero carbs, really. It's never been for me. I love carbs so much. That's why, like most of you, carbs are really nice. They're usually the sweet ones, right? But low carb diet, it's gotta be a low carb diet. Doesn't have to be low carb every day. That's another thing. So it's gonna be high protein. Why high protein? Well, if you're lifting weights, and I'm hoping you're lifting weights, because if you're trying to lose fat and you're not lifting weights, it's really gonna be tough. It's like you're trying to get skinny, because you want to lose the fat, but since you have some muscles, your metabolism keeps burning. But also, once you lose the fat, you have a nice physique because you're building muscle, right? So the protein, why high protein? High protein is gonna help you keep you fuller, unlike the carbs that the body easily uses and just raises your blood sugar. Protein keeps you fuller, keeps you satisfied fuller longer. That way you don't get hungry easy, because low carb diet. So obviously you gotta have some high amounts of vegetables. Also, those help you keep fuller. Now, vegetables, I know they're carbs, blah 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 blah. No one ever got fat by eating too many vegetables. All right, so increase your vegetables. I don't even count them as part of my carbs. That's the thing, as a part of my carbohydrates. Some of you, I say carbs and you don't get it because of my accent. I mean carbohydrates, okay? Protein, fats, carbohydrates. And then for the fats, guys, it's gonna be moderate fats. Let's say between 50 to 60 grams of fats, all right? I'm just putting out numbers out there. So all you gotta do is figure out what's low carb to you, low carbohydrates to you, which days you should have low carbohydrates and which days you can have high carbohydrates. I usually do high carbohydrates on days I work out, so that those are the days I really do, because I like to do my cardio on the same day I lift weights. Why? Because I get to burn more calories from my weightlifting and my cardio, but also I don't like to be in the gym so many days. I prefer just going out, doing active rest, like walking around my neighborhood, putting in 10,000 steps. Just, you know, I don't like to be in the gym too long. So I try to condense my workouts in a few days as possible, right? So on days I do high carbs, I do cardio and lift weights. Those are the days I do high carbs, and the days I do low carbs are the days I don't go to the gym completely. All right, so those are days now I cannot give you specific numbers and everything. That's gonna be for my Patreon friends, where I really give out the numbers and go into details. If you want to be on my Patreon, subscribe right down below. The link should be down here. You can subscribe, support me. Patreon, guys, Patreon is just for people who just want to support me, who see the work I put in video after video. If you just want to support me, it's really just only, you know, not too much money to support me, and I just keep giving detailed videos, because here when I make videos, I just make general videos, because, you know, situations are different from everyone. But yeah, so low carbs on days you don't work out, high carbs on days you work out. And just because it's high carbs, high carbohydrates day doesn't mean you go crazy, okay? Remember, you're not a skinny person, so you cannot go crazy. Just eat just enough for your workouts, and that's it. All right, that should help you with your fat loss over the long term. You don't have to count every single calorie and everything. That's how I do it. But over time, if you keep doing low carb diet, because remember, low carb carbohydrates are the main source of energy. So if you reduce that, and if you reduce the carbohydrates, the body will tap into your fat storages as for energy. All right, because you're not giving it enough energy from your carbohydrates, so it will use some of your fats, which will help you with your fat loss, which will help you lose the fat. But also because you're also building muscle, and muscles also require some energy, some carbohydrates to get bigger, they will use some of the fats from your fat storages. All right, so I just wanted to make a quick video, nice and simple, not crazy, you know, in detail or scientific. The perfect diet for Endomorphs for fat loss is always going to be low carb diet, low carbohydrate diet, high protein, moderate fats, in my opinion. Like the video, subscribe, join my Patreon if you want to support me. I make their videos, go in details for my friends or consultation, whatever you want. Link down below. Peace.